we're making progress. Now the rate is showing that we're at 93%. Notice it's 258 out of 273. That is the amount of download, where it's at in the download process. So you have a percentage and the actual data download that's taking place. Not to be alarmed, that is the inverter doing a reset to put all of the settings with the new firmware and the current settings into the new operating set. So let's jump right in to doing your firmware update. And yes, your inverter will reset when it's complete, and you will have temporary loss of power in your house for about 20 seconds, but it's to be expected. Let's jump in. Hey, welcome back. So here we are in our small cabin, and we've got our temporary installation of the 6000 XP. I love the 6000 XP. Guys, we today are going to do a firmware upgrade to the 6000 XP. A lot of people get a little bit sketchy, a little bit weirded out about doing the 6000 XP or some of the other firmware upgrades, period, because many times there can be an unknown glitch or situation. Sometimes it's a simple reboot, sometimes it's nothing. But today we're going to walk through the process of doing the firmware upgrade, and I want you to know something. If something did happen, if you did do a reboot and let's say things didn't turn out like they should, the great news is Signature Solar has a tech support department. Many of these things will go over on the channel. You can DIY, fix it yourself, do a reboot, maybe reapply the firmware upgrade, etc. But if all else fails, or you just want to jump straight to the technical support department, they're there, they're amazing. So without further ado, let's do the firmware upgrade for the 6000 XP. All right, guys, so now we've logged into monitor.eg4electronics.com. And what we're going to do now is you'll notice this menu bar on the top: monitor, data, configuration, overview, and maintenance. So to upgrade your firmware, you're basically going to go over here from monitor on the top where the menu is to maintenance, and click the maintenance tab. On the left side here, you will see remote update. Click that remote update tab, and you'll see it has the firmware, the current firmware that it's at, which is current right now. And then it says connected, it's connected. And then the action, it says standard update. So we would click standard update. Notice here where it says rate of progress, 1%, 4 out of 174. 174 is the total package, if you will, of what needs to be downloaded. The percentage is showing you the total percentage of the process of it downloading and installing. The 22 out of 174, for example, here is showing you the fact that that's where it's actually at in the package download process.
A few moments later.
You'll see here on the monitor family where it says success. So just to review here, we've got our firmware, the time that it started and completed it, the fact that it did update successfully, and 100% for the whole package happened, and it finished. And so it started 11:36, finished at 11:39, took 3 minutes to complete, and it's done. Okay, we've completed our firmware update. Why are firmware updates important for our EG4 6000 XP inverters? Well, one, it can give enhanced performance, okay? It can bring improved efficiency. When we apply that firmware update, it can bring an optimization to how the system manages power, settings. It can assure better performance, and even extend battery life in the way that it works with everything in there. Also, there's bug fixes many times. When they may find something little, it'll come in and bring bug fixes. So updates address any software glitches or issues that they found over time that could be affecting the performance of the EG4 6000 XP. So this is going to make the system ultimately run smoother. Also, it can bring forth new features. They may integrate new features into it. So firmware updates can introduce new features, new capabilities that maybe earlier versions didn't have. This can include the way that it works with the monitoring tools or energy management, enhanced compatibility rather with other devices. So it is important. These firmware updates are really not for no reason. And then compatibility kind of goes with the other devices, better integration with maybe other batteries, other technology that integrates with the EG4 6000 XP. So guys, that is some of the key reasons. A few more things to consider in this is your system stability. It can bring increased reliability likewise for things, again, that they may have found with bugs over time. So firmware updates can help to ensure that our system runs more consistently, having less issues or crashes or little glitches. As things unfold over time, things are discovered and improvements are made and it becomes better. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. All right, guys, I hope your firmware update went great. Leave a comment in the notes below. How did your firmware update go? Was it smooth? Did you have a little glitch? Would you have freaked out if you didn't know from the front of the video that it cycled the power and your house would go without power for a few minutes, or 20 seconds actually? But leave me a comment below. Let me know how it went for you, or if you're still nervous about doing that firmware update. If you did the firmware update and maybe you're having a challenge in that, reach out to Signature Solar. They are there to help. Their tech support department is golden. They're amazing, and they're there to help. All right, family, I'll see you on the next video. I hope this helped, and I appreciate you dropping by. See you soon. Bye-bye.